Hey guys, what's up? It's the Annotator. Today we're going to talk about Black Panther, by far Marvel's most critically acclaimed film. I've seen it several times and I watched it again this week for this video. It's definitely a very good movie that's grown on me with each viewing. More than maybe any other tentpole blockbuster film, it hones in on characters and in doing so gives itself a ton of emotional impact and something for everyone to connect with. Not everything in the film worked for me though, and I'll do my best to articulate exactly why that is. T'Challa is thrust into kingship after his father's assassination in Captain America Civil War, and circumstances force him to reevaluate Wakanda's historical position on diplomacy. Writer-director Ryan Coogler, an Oakland native, frames the film's conflicts with dichotomous themes, always presenting two viewpoints that in most cases are equally or nearly equally understandable. And I'm going to get to a few of them in a minute, but first I wanted to talk about how the film handles exposition, because I think that this is the single biggest opportunity for improvement in franchise studio filmmaking, and Black Panther does it pretty well. Coogler and his co-writers start the film with a lesson on Wakanda and vibranium. If you're going to tell a story that's entrenched in the ethnic culture of its setting and dependent on its natural resource, it's definitely a good idea to make sure the audience understands it on a fundamental level. Now, I definitely think it would have been possible to weave this stuff into the story throughout the film, but the way they execute it here illustrates a crucial theme in the story that would have been misplaced any later. The Wakanda we're shown in gorgeous animation is in civil discord over vibranium, which permeated the land when a meteor struck Africa. A warrior consumes a vibranium-infused herb, becoming the first Black Panther, and brings the nation together to protect against external threats. Instead of simply showing us this sequence, however, it's the visualization of a father's bedtime tale to his son, who asked for the story of their home, initiating the theme of fatherhood and, by proxy, a responsibility to a family and to a people. Fathers in Black Panther are the physical catalyst for the story and the emotional instigators for the arcs of both T'Challa and the protagonist, Eric Killmonger. Killmonger's motivations are spurred by retribution for his father's murder at the claws of his uncle, and to flip the societal imbalance for black boys and girls who grow up without fathers like he did. T'Challa's stance on Wakanda's outreach turns because of a mistake his father made. Coogler uses the two main characters as a diptych, different perspectives in the same cause. T'Challa wants to defend Wakanda by insulating it and ensuring his nation's safety. Killmonger wants to defend Wakanda by proactively eliminating possible threats and empowering all oppressed people across the world. One, to a loose degree, is MLK, the other is Malcolm X. T'Challa is told he's a warrior who needs to mature into a king. Killmonger is an elite mercenary, a warrior, who wants to be a king. Every struggle in the film is a clash of ideals at its heart. Okoye, the general of the king's military, the all-female Dora Milaje, stamps her allegiance to the service of Wakanda, and Nakia, a Wakandan spy, suggests serving and saving are not synonymous. The story is golden and unquestionably the fullest of any solo film in the MCU's catalog, but I also wanted to touch on the dialogue a bit, which has its own duality, some is good, some is bad, the unevenness of which snapped me out of the film a few times. And the majority of its political musings are crammed into what's said for lack of being able to expound upon it through narrative or action, which is one of the big misses of the movie in my opinion. Instead of being a superhero film with some woke undertones, it reaches to be a political statement with a movie attached, or at least it feels that way sometimes. There are definitely some beautiful, powerful lines in Black Panther, most spoken by Killmonger, whose words are of a conviction and a revolution. He's a crusader for vengeance against persecutors, and he says so in various ways, but always with eloquence. Some lines, though, are on the nose and redundant, and always in an effort to hammer us with ideas the film's already alluded to in subtler ways. In one scene, a young Eric visits his father in the spectral plane at the Oakland apartment where he was killed. His father asks if Eric will cry for him, and Eric says, in quotes, "Everybody dies, that's just life around here." The second clause in that sentence rings unnatural, like a screenwriter making sure his audience related the first clause to the setting. People dying in Oakland isn't abnormal because of the violence. But, give your audience some good faith and respect. Black Panther nails the Wakandan crisis and its character psychologies, but when it makes declarations about American racism or institutional poverty, it seems a bit watery and forced. I actually wanted it to lean more into those concepts through more developed means than just preachy dialogue, and I'm wondering if it was a studio decision to tame that stuff down a bit, just to make it a little bit more marketable. Grades for story and plot, structure and pace, and character development, all double pluses. Dialogue, I'm going to go ahead and give it a plus. The cinematography is a plus. There are a few standout shots, notably Killmonger in the burning garden of the herb. Direction, double plus. Editing, a plus. The VFX, I'm going to give a minus, a single minus. The rhinos, the climactic battle, the all CGI suits, Warrior Falls, all very bad and impossible to ignore. Score, music, this I'm going to go ahead and give a double plus here. An entire video could be made for this segment, and the way the score uses ethnic sounds to emphasize the emotional weight of heritage and tradition, such as the first Warrior Falls scene, is incredibly moving. Almost choked me up a few times. Very, very cool stuff. They did an amazing job with the score and kind of infusing all those ideas and all the cultural aspects into the music. Final thoughts here. Black Panther is a celebration of culture and a treatise on dichotomous storytelling. It's hard to ignore the thick pillow separating Coogler's concepts from the final product, however, which settles at a frustrating space between teasing them and fully realizing them. I'm rating Black Panther a 7 out of 10, and I think it's a hefty 8 with better CGI and a dialogue tune-up. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helps encourage me when I'm struggling to put a video together, as was the case with this one. Sorry for the delay on posting this video. I had initially planned on doing something a little bit deeper, more closely resembling like a video essay, but alas, I am not an essayist, and there are some really, really good essayists who are far better and far smarter than I am. I'll actually post a link in the description to a few of my favorites. Leave a comment in the comment section also. Let me know your thoughts on this movie. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and let me know if you have your own kind of interpretations of the themes of the film. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, here are 2 links to previous videos. Check them out, see if you like them. If you do, please subscribe.